Some years ago, the zombie apocalypse took the world by surprise and caused millions of deaths. Survivors had no choice but to retreat into protected city-states, letting the zombies roam the world. In the present, Riley and Mike are watching the zombies that have taken over an abandoned town. They notice that the creatures have vague memories of their past lives because they're going through the motions of their old jobs. Some zombies are failing to play instruments while Big Daddy grabs a gas nozzle to fill a car that isn't there. Riley wonders if the zombies are getting smarter, which worries him. At that moment Big Daddy growls because he can smell humans nearby, so the duo quickly leaves. Meanwhile Cholo and his team arrive at a landfill to get rid of some boxes. When they see a zombie squirming on the ground, they immediately shoot it in the head. Then they throw out the last box, which has blood dripping from it. Moments later, Riley and Mike are suddenly startled by a man with deformed face. Mike gets ready to shoot but Riley stops him, explaining that's their ally Charlie. As fireworks start illuminating the sky, the three men go back to the Dead Reckoning, a huge armored vehicle designed by Riley. Cholo and his team soon join them, and it's revealed that these people use the Dead Reckoning to travel through zombie-infested areas to gather supplies. Riley tries to warn Cholo that zombies appear to be thinking and perhaps even communicating among themselves, but Cholo doesn't take him seriously. Then Cholo gets on his bike and Mike joins him while asking why they only raid at night. Cholo tells him that they need it to be dark to light the fireworks, which are used as a distraction. It turns out that zombies can't keep their eyes off them. The humans roam the town in their cars and bikes, looking for supplies and shooting the distracted zombies as they pass. They don't see that Big Daddy is immune to the fireworks and he's trying to make the other zombies snap out of it to no avail. When zombies start dying under the attacks from the team, Big Daddy gets angry and steps on a zombie's head as he roars in grief. Suddenly the fireworks stop and Riley has to shoot a zombie that gets too close to his Jeep. He calls the Dead Reckoning and Pretty Boy explains that the fireworks launcher is jammed. Riley immediately calls the rest of his men and tells them to return. Everyone rushes back while the Dead Reckoning provides cover by shooting every zombie that approaches and causing a few explosions. Riley realizes Cholo isn't back and calls him again, but Cholo says he has something to do first. Afterward Mike, Cholo, and Foxy enter a store to get some alcohol bottles. When Cholo opens a fridge, a zombie jumps out and attacks him, so they end up wrestling on the ground. After some struggling, Cholo manages to grab the zombie's head and shoots it with his spear gun to kill it. Then Cholo empties a box of cigarettes on the ground and tells Mike to pick them up while he and Foxy take the alcohol outside. Mike reaches over the counter only for a hidden zombie to suddenly bite his arm. When Mike runs out in panic the zombie follows him, but at that moment Riley arrives and shoots the creature in the head. Then Riley tries to help Mike and Cholo asks him to step aside because he wants to shoot Mike before he transforms. While they argue, Mike self-deletes with a gun. Riley announces it's time to go home and all the humans speed down the streets to leave the town. Big Daddy tries to catch one of the bikers, but he snatches a gun instead. He roars before he starts following the vehicles, and the other zombies follow him too. Moments later Riley and his men arrive at a base located outside one of the few standing human cities. Here the rich people live in a luxury residential tower called Fiddler's Green while all the poor citizens are stuck in the slums. This city has guards on patrol at all times and electrified fences that kill zombies when they try to climb them. There's water on all sides and the only way to enter the city is the main bridge. After delivering the supplies, Riley finds Cholo and blames him for Mike's death since the detour had been unnecessary. Cholo explains that Mike had known the risks and agreed to come anyway. It turns out Cholo is desperate to retire in Fiddler's Green and selling alcohol is one of the few ways to make good money. In the morning, Riley and Charlie go to the slums to visit Mulligan, a homeless man who is trying to convince others that they should rebel against the rich. Riley isn't interested in his ideals and just gives him some medicine for his son. Afterward Riley goes to a garage to check on the car he bought yesterday, only to discover that it's been stolen. Desperate for answers, Riley and Charlie go to an underground party where the locals use zombies as entertainment. Some creatures are chained up for pictures while others are forced to fight for gamblers. Riley aggressively confronts Chihuahua and asks about his car, but Chihuahua swears he doesn't know anything and promises to investigate. In the fighting cage, zombies are usually baited with cats or dogs, but tonight the organizer throws in a woman named Slack. She desperately kicks the zombies off as she tries to climb the fences to escape, but the zombies keep bringing her down. The crowd loves the show, however Riley is horrified when he finally discovers what's going on. He opens fire to kill both zombies and the crowd runs away in panic. Chihuahua tries to use the chaos to shoot Charlie, but he accidentally shoots a random man instead. Riley hears the gunshots and immediately shoots Chihuahua down. However Chihuahua is still alive and opens fire at Riley when he turns around. Slack kicks Riley through the fence to push him and the bullet hits her arm instead. When Chihuahua tries to run away, Charlie concentrates and makes a precise shot that hits Chihuahua in the head. As Riley tries to check on Slack, the police arrive and arrest everyone. Later in prison, Slack explains she was used as bait because of an order from the city leader Kaufman, who discovered she's been trying to help Mulligan's rebellion. She also reveals she trained to join the army, but when the apocalypse happened they forced her to become a naughty worker. Riley agrees that the system is awful but he doesn't care about rebelling, He bought a car to leave the city and go somewhere with no people. Their conversation is interrupted when the cops bring Mulligan as well. Outside the city, the zombies find their path blocked. Big Daddy makes a butcher zombie cut a hole in the boards and he's startled by a hanging body. It turns out there are several zombies hanged from their feet with targets on their bodies for humans to use for shooting practice. This makes Big Daddy hungrier for revenge. Meanwhile, Cholo goes to Fiddler's Green to meet with Kaufman, only to almost get attacked by Nip the butler. Nip explains that Kaufman isn't home and that he's been scared because he hears weird noises in another apartment. Cholo kicks down the neighbor's door and